Hey, good morning.
Yeah, good morning for you. How is everything?
Pretty good. Been going pretty well. I've actually climbed on every role this season so far. I'm down a little bit on support right now, but overall it's been going really well.
Nice. That's good to hear. What have you been able to practice so far?
I played a bit of Ana and I was practicing the positioning, but I actually kind of took those tips and applied them to my Hanzo gameplay as well.
Oh,
Um, And because I play with a group of people very regularly, and our support line, like the most of the people I play with want to play support. So it's actually my favorite role, but probably my least played role comparatively. um, but anyway, I filled in a lot on DPS, and I was playing Hanzo, and I got up to like almost Plat 2. And I typically am like a high gold, low Plat player in DPS. And then I also so I what I was gonna say, I guess, is I find the understanding of each individual hero and then the meta game knowledge itself generally helpful to being better at the game holistically.
hmm?
I know I'm not following like playing one hero repeatedly multiple times, but because I fill in so many different roles, I still find it to be very valuable because I know how to help my teammates
Hmm?
and what I can expect of them or what I should be able to expect of them and like how to instruct them basically.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I think there is definitely a degree of how hard you want to commit between multiple roles, right? Because the more you climb, the more effective it is to invest most of the time in your main role. Yeah, like I said, maybe you can play one character. To be honest, you can maintain the pool around 2, 3 characters in one role most of the time, investing in that.
Yeah,
And then the small amount can be invested in other roles. Ideally, if you keep it this way, it's going to be fine, but you can definitely balance all of the all of that depending on your goals.
yeah.
If you really want to, you can still keep playing multiple roles. Just keep in mind that it might take more time to climb as well, but it's fine, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm not as like I would say that my interest in climbing is like I kind of want to see what I can get to while playing with my friends, less so of like I want to play one character and see what I can push.
Yeah, yeah, makes
So
sense.
I'm like I I'm fine with being like I've climbed to diamond myself playing Kiriko. I know it's possible if I pick a hero that I will succeed at it. But now it's more of an interest of like to me Overwatch is a very social game.
Hmm.
And so I like to play with my friends and I've kind of gotten the group to climb from like we've all been playing since we were like silver. And now we're like in the low tiers of plat and I do feel part of that is because like I VOD review with my the people that I game with and we go over some of the stuff that I pick up from coaching and just like what I pick up from like watching on YouTube. So I think um kind of my I guess there being like what I'm trying to get out of coaching I think at this point is like understanding the meta of the game so that I can give that feedback to the people around me so that as a group we can succeed. Um and because I'm pretty much always the shot caller as well. Like I'm definitely the most talkative. Um, so I like I one of my the guys I play with plays a lot of Ana. So like the tips that I got on Ana were not only directly helpful to me, it made me feel like I was being more impactful. But I was able to like propagate that knowledge forward, right?
That's pretty good, I think. And what you're describing there, if you play in a group with the people, maybe it's also worth looking into how your planning is, how your communication is as well, based on your
Yeah.
goals. Now, it's okay. That is something what we can do as well. If you can, if you have time, if you can record some of your games where you guys been playing together and just go over the comms planning, I think that can help out a lot, to be honest.
Yeah,
Just
I can
something,
look at doing something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do something like that.
Yeah, that can be great. I so some of the people they been doing this type of coaching as well. Teams, they play competitive, some of them, well, more casual, obviously, but that is always beneficial. Some teams play scrims. That's definitely really, really beneficial for them, especially to just be able to plan out stuff, communicate that properly, so we can work on that too. All of that is doable.
Yeah. How do you find scrims? Like, do you have a like? I've wanted. We normally only do ranked together, but the group is not always the same 5 people. So I've wanted to get some. I've wanted to start getting into a place where we can have 5 consistent-ish people in scrim, so that we can get a feel for like working together as a consistent unit. I just don't know where to find other people to play against, I guess.
That makes sense. Give me a moment. I will send you a few servers. They're good servers. You, generally speaking, if you're on some of the servers too, maybe with content creators, it's called the looking for group. In general, that section can be okay. Looking for group, maybe some of the people they leave some of the comments there just regarding that group playing one versus another. Maybe just looking for scrim, it's L F C S. I mean, then you can also find it there. I'm just gonna send you a few servers real quick. Okay, so this
Thank
one,
you.
yeah, this one is good. There's also Scream Finder. I think that's how that one called. Okay, Overwatch 2. Yeah, Scream Finder. This one is good. Yeah, I've been part of that for a long period of time. Just ask people who want to scrim with you. Ideally, try to set up slightly lower range at first. I would say it this way. Let's say your average is like 3k. Well, it's all the... Well, 3k, I mean, it's around diamond. I don't know. Maybe it's lower. Plat, yeah, now the ranks just based on the division. Yeah, rank your team, see what is the average, and then try to find a team. Maybe slightly lower is okay to just get a feel of it. Maybe,
Yeah.
especially if they are more experienced teams, you might find it difficult to win versus them right away because there's macro play involved in terms of planning, comms, all of that. So yeah, but it's good. And later on, you can just start screaming the same average and then a bigger average because there's always kind of two parts of you guys playing versus the other teams. It's just your individual skill, which you definitely need to improve, and there's also another skill which is how you guys are playing as a team. Yeah, and
Yeah.
let's say you push this how you play as a team really really hard. Will you be able to win the other team's high rank? Yes, on average you can even go like 1-2 ranks higher. I remember when I was coaching collegiate, it's been pretty serious for them. Yeah, they've been trying to win the tournament there. We've been able to win some of the games versus masters teams, but they've been only plat level average. So
Oh yeah, no, I have a friend who did a collegiate team and they were in a similar position where like none of them were individually very good, but as a
yeah.
unit they seemed to succeed very, very pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you can see that. Like at max, 2 ranks how you can win. Let's say we put them against GM team, even though they're gonna be really, really good as a team, the individual skill is still gonna be too tough to deal with. So that is also another part you can improve at. Obviously, one-on-one sessions, just seeing how the players are improving overall, what characters they play, what is their schedule looks like. That's also pretty important too. Stuff like that. Okay, so I'm gonna send you... Okay, I already found 5 servers. I just want to make sure that I'm copying... Okay, I copy paste all of that to you. For now, yeah, that's gonna be the last one. Yeah, just message in there. There are also frequently a lot of people, they just post the messages there, like we are team searching for just the scrim partners. Yeah, scrim partners you kind of meet weekly, maybe every 2 weeks or so, and then you scrim one another. They also some I don't know, like if you work with this company, let's say you have a big amount of people, some of the companies they also do those scrims between one another. If you ever get to get a chance to join one of those groups can also be pretty fun too. For example, I've been coaching like PayPal versus Amazon. They've been doing scrims,
Oh
one
wow,
versus
okay,
another.
yeah,
Yeah. But
that's cool.
I've been there's been one request from PayPal. I've been coaching them, and then later on there's been a request from Amazon. It's been funny because the scrimming one versus another. I told them I've been coaching that PayPal team before. Actually, it's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we are. Yeah, I think we're all set. I think I did send you a lot. Yeah, I'm just gonna post that last one. Okay, so it's around 5 servers so far. Scream Central is the best one. Overwatch Scream Finder is good as well. Yeah, just look there. All the channels.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, no problem.
I didn't even think to look on Discord.
Yeah, all good. That's why I usually find most of the people. There are also moments. Well, you can probably find something on Twitter, but most of the time, they
Hmm.
kind of Twitter is more of a organization, the place for organizations. They just join the team, and then the organization is kind of finding all the scrims and everything. They have their own contacts. Maybe if they have proper manager, they can just have good contacts. They can contact certain team organizations as well, and then they can set up the scrims one versus another. But you can start with
Mhm.
just basically all those organizations. They do put the messages in those channels anyway, so they're looking for scrims there. The Discord is the 90% of how people find scrims, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's all good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. And like I said, we could definitely do the group coaching later on too, so it's all good. You guys want to be more serious about all of that too, that's fine. We can do proper team coaching. Just can invite all the people in voice. All of them can be present. We can record comms. You can give me the games. We'll be fine, honestly. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, do you have any questions as well regarding the scrims and all of that stuff, or?
No, I think that all makes sense. That checks out.
No, okay, perfect, perfect. So since our last session, what have you been working on regarding the support? Well, are we looking into improving your support there, actually? I remember Anna Brigg,
Um,
or, yeah,
Today I was actually I worked a lot on my uptime with Ana, and I noticed a pretty like in just the nade usage and positioning and like thinking about how to be more active in general. And like and trying to not like once the fight is over, just start the rotation to the next position that I want to be at without lagging so that I'm there preemptively. And I've just noticed those kinds of things, the on a specific and the meta gameplay of I like, fight done, rotate, right? Like think about where
yeah,
you want to be and put yourself there. Um, to be like very helpful at climbing in general. I mean, like again, I was able to take those tips and just apply them to Hanzo, and
yeah,
I mean, I just started winning games, right? Like
nice.
part of it is clicking heads, but the other part of it is just positionally putting yourself in a position to click heads, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I just today I think I was hoping to look at like one of the people that plays on my team, and I also play a lot of like Diva and Winston.
Okay,
And I have a pretty successful win rate at Winston this season. It's like 75%, and I think my Diva is like 56%. Um, I find them intuitive to play because I played a lot of Wrecking Ball. I think Diva is probably the easiest.
no, will be
Even though
easier
I have
for
a
sure.
higher win rate on Winston, I think Diva is the easiest because she's the easiest to peel with
Mm,
DM.
okay,
And like actually make an impactful save on a teammate, whereas like Winston's bubble is a little more, it's not as aggressive of an eat as DM can be. Um, but anyway, I play with a lot of dive tanks, and I was thinking today it would make sense to like go over some some tanking ideas around like what it means to like actually play a successful dive comp like that.
okay,
Because we don't tend to run like Junker Queen or Reinhardt or Mauga. We don't really play Brawl. We almost always play like a dive meta.
Makes sense. So we want to review you and your team playing with dive tanks. That's how we put it.
Actually, yeah, I have a game with my team playing, actually. We
Okay.
won. Um, we won this one. I don't remember how easy it was,
Yeah. So do you want
but
me?
I can.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to focus on more of a macro game, how you guys want to play as a team there, then, or they want me to focus on you, how you play with this team? What do you do there, or both? Yeah. How do you want to go
Kind
about
of
it?
both.
Mm.
I would say let's kind of do both and just go through it a little organically and see. Because
Okay.
this, if I mean, we did 1-0 on Shimbali, which is usually like indicative of like a pretty big hold. Um, so I think I'm sending you the code right now.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
But it would be interesting to see why this was successful, other than the enemy team just not being very good, right?
Yeah, we can take a look. And what character you've been playing in there?
I was Diva.
Oh, you was Diva. So we wanna.
I was
Okay,
Diva.
okay, I got it. Because I also thought maybe you've been playing support, but there was a tank who's playing Diva and all of that. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no, my again, like pretty much everyone I play with wants to play support, which is so
Yeah,
funny
it's
to
fun.
me. Like I've in most games I find support to be the least popular role, but for some reason right now in Overwatch, like it's very hard to find competent DPS, or it's always been hard to find a good tank, so I do find myself tanking quite a bit.
Okay.
But everyone wants to play support. I don't know.
Okay, makes sense. And do you have a group of 5 people in here,
Yes,
or?
this is a group of 5 people that I routinely play with.
Okay, 5 people. Okay, well, there are definitely a lot of things into how you guys wanna be practicing as a group. Generally speaking, what you guys can start with, maybe just what comms you're running. So this way it makes it easy for you to exactly practice. Yeah, ideally I'll usually suggest if you able to set up 1-2 comms at max, at least for now. It makes it easy for you to practice all the specifics, because it's not that the comp itself is gonna do all the work for you. Yeah, like those counter picks, it's mostly how you play it. You can play any comp versus any other comp, especially if you're talking, well, at any level, honestly. You even see at the highest level contenders, they've been one trick teams. They've been winning the first place, the second places, just playing one trick, same comp, nonstop. And they've just been executing that so well because they know how to play versus each matchup. So that's what I recommend. Maybe try to set up your 1-2 comps you play and understand what your comp does versus each matchup, something to start with. So my question to you then, do you have this sort of stuff? Do you kind of have established comps for now, or do you just play whatever?
People kind of just play whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
would say, yeah, people kind of just play whatever. I mean, we have established a little bit in the sense that like we typically have like I would say like a hit scan and a flex. We have a comp in the sense that we try to balance our team to be cohesive, but it's not like we're all playing the same thing every time, if that makes sense.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Ideally,
So like we
yeah.
won't run like Mercy Lifeweaver or Mercy Lucio or Mercy Zen unless it makes sense in that case. But it's like we are trying to think of like, okay, well we're playing Diva, like we have to keep her alive too.
Hmm.
So we need like an Ana or a Kiriko or something. And then we might have a Mercy Pocket or whatever the case may be. But we try to think about the meta gameplay at a high level, but
Okay.
not so far as to dictate that like if you want to play Hanzo, like play Hanzo. We're in Plat. Like I do feel like if you're good enough at the comp you're playing and the hero you're on, you're going to win. It's not like we're not at a level where I think the like nuances of the game are so stacked against us that that's what's going to cause us to lose, right?
Yeah. Yeah. exactly.
Like the armor bug doesn't matter in Plat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Even at the highest level, honestly, your performance matters so much more. That's why people, a lot of times, when you look at their scrims as well, they overlook this performance stuff and they just focus on playing meta comp. But if most of the people are not comfortable with the characters, it's not gonna do too good compared to you running comfort picks and having maybe not the best meta comp. So that's something to start
Exactly.
with. Have the comfort picks, maybe discuss with the people, look at the comfort picks you have, and then try to get the direction, form 1-2 comms. It's not that you form in the comms and you're saying, okay, this is the one character we always run. Maybe you can have like options. What are you gonna run for
Give
certain
yourself like a shape
scenarios?
to it, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Give me a moment. Something what we done with the teams before. So it's team. I just want to find there is a good team. I yeah, we just kind of have the spreadsheet. Maybe it can help. You can just I I know it's more in depth, but maybe that is something what I can do later. You can just have each map. You can think, okay, if this is the direction we're gonna go with. Let's say we want to practice our dive and brawl. Dive is more just mobile characters, and a brawl is more a sustained characters, short range characters, and you just want to look into well, just how this comp plays overall, and then make small readjustments maybe within the characters based on the map, based on the comfort picks, but make sure it's not too hard of readjustment, yeah, so it's not throwing off your main direction of the comp too much. Let's say we're running dive, yeah, there's no reason for us to go like the character like Widow, maybe the Poe characters, Ash, Widow, if we just lean towards that direction, if our comfort picks are allowing us to do that. So that is something what we can discuss later if we do that team session later on ever. Yeah, we can just go over, oh, okay, how do you form the comps? Yeah, what everyone's comfortable with. To I usually send the spreadsheet to just the form so I know what
Oh,
everyone
perfect.
is running. Yeah, so this way we can maybe form the comp. You guys can stick to that. Make small readjustments, yes, but make sure it's not too drastic. You suddenly run like meta comp you watch in Overwatch League, you never run. Yeah, it's maybe not gonna end up the
No,
best way.
yeah, I don't really like to me, and I've talked to my team about like the people I play with about this too. Is like we play to have fun, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't consider playing the same hero 100% of the time fun, or just like picking my hero based on what like theory crafts the best. Um, so I do think there's always going to be flexibility in our comp,
Yeah.
and people are going to want to rotate what they're playing. So I like the idea of what you're saying of like get a general theme of like
Yep.
these are like what people like to play. This is where they like to play them, and this is how we can make it successful.
Yeah. There's an example of the spreadsheet. This is how we done it with the teams usually. We usually put in the maps as well. We kind of play on because this affects your comps as well, and you can kind of see, okay, this is what we run for brawl, this is what we run for dive, this is what we run for poke. With most of the teams, if we don't have a lot of time to practice and just kind of new teams, usually just stick to one comp. One of the easiest is the brawl usually to start with. It's easier to time the pressure, and everything. Dive is the hardest. Poke is kind of in the middle. Yeah, but all of that again depends on the comfort picks too. But this is how you can usually do that. Just put in the map you play, like we put in all of these maps in here. We put in the just what our tank runs, DPS. Yeah, have different options. Put in the notes. Put in whatever other information you have, and then you can think. Yeah, just maybe you can do it this way. For example, just create a spreadsheet. Always helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Uh, well, let's see. Okay, so regarding the diva, okay, you're running diva. We going over the macro, just how you play as well, and we are yeah. So I'm curious. What do you think your struggle is on the diva at this point? Then.
Um, I feel like my struggle on Diva is um it often feels like I can do the absolute most and we still lose.
Mhm.
Um so I think it's like when to continue, like what's the line between continuing to press forward versus peeling for my team? Because like in my mind, I think the prime example is like a Doomfist, right? Like my team will often want me to come back for the Doomfist diving them, but I think that that is a fast way to lose because
Yeah.
now you're on the defense. So like I try to get them to put I'm like the answer is either completely shut it down or move faster.
Hmm.
And I think Diva has the ability to move faster than Doomfist, especially if you're playing a comp that supports it.
Okay.
And when I say move faster, I mean like secure more value or take space or get a kill or bait resources or whatever. Because it'll I often feel like when we run against characters like a Doomfist or a Wrecking Ball or what I would like to put in the category of like a time waster. They often spend time chasing like a tracer or something that's just like tickling them rather than focusing on winning the fight. And I get as the tank, it often fall though. There's a lot of like, well, there's a tracer in the back line, so it's like, okay, like I understand it's my responsibility to deal with to a certain extent, but like I can't be everywhere at once. So like someone else,
Yes.
like you know what I mean? Like part of it is like you guys have to fend for yourselves. Like if you can't deal with a tracer, like go Kiriko, go Brig, go Hanzo, like do something. But like I can't maintain the front line and peel for you and peel in the back line as a dive tank when I need to be pressing forward. Um, so I think I understand the meta gameplay. I would say the struggle is like when to really apply those dynamics, and I don't think this game is honestly a really good representation. Because if I recall correctly, I think we kind of rolled this team, so it might just be like getting in like live comp games and kind of running it live.
Yeah.
But it often feels as though like I mean it's just the tanking thing in general, right? Is like your team wants you to be everywhere at once. And I have found that the better way of climbing is to play the game the way it's supposed to be played and just let my team like I think we had talked about it when I was on Reinhardt.
Yes.
Like people expect you to be a shield bot. I'm not going to be a shield bot. I'm going to play Reinhardt the way he is supposed to be played.
Yeah.
And if you die, you die, but like we are not losing because of me, basically, is like my mentality over this now. So it's trying to figure I guess my struggle is like I just want to make sure that I'm playing to the best of my ability so that like if there is a tracer in the back line or whatever, or a Hanzo's getting off crazy headshots and we lose, like I don't feel like the loss is on me. Because I know that I did what I was supposed to do. Maybe that's the answer. I'm looking to absolve myself of sins.
Yeah, well, that is really good, to be honest. As long as you have this mentality, you're staying more proactive in a way in terms of feeling your team most of the time. The proactive feeling, that's what you gotta look for, is just set up your own pressure, so this way attention goes to you on the tank, so the rest of your team can actually take space, they can do more. So that's completely fine to do that on the tank. Yeah, you're not just protecting your team by sitting with them and trying to chase that Doomfist or Tracer. Like you said, it's completely useless if there's no good kill opportunity. Of course, sometimes a good time to peel too. Yeah, but we most
Yeah,
of the
like if
time.
he's purple and slept, sure, but like if
Yeah,
he's just punched in, like he's gonna get out,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like we have no, so I don't know. I find that to just be mostly a problem when I'm like when it's like just three of us and we're getting some randoms. Um, but
Yeah,
like if it's five of us, if it's five, it doesn't tend to be as much of a problem. But like in the random lobbies, like that is a huge struggle in ranked at this elo. I but that's I mean to your point, like that's how I get past it is just having the mindset of like I'm here to play the game the way it's supposed to be played to the best of my ability, the way I understand it. And I cannot I cannot make my teammates understand the meta of the game better than they do. So like it is what it is, right? But
yeah,
like I hate to be that way, but like it is what it is. Like if the Mercy wants to just heal bot the tank, like we can bitch and voice chat and tell her to blue beam the Ash, but like I've got a healbot Mercy. Like, you might as well play like you got a healbot Mercy now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
It's a resource, yeah. It's a resource. If it's doing that, then you adapt. You adapt based on that, and you also a lot of times if they're not doing something, when we spend the time just kind of teaching them what to do, we also ended up not doing the best thing we could do on the character, to be honest. So yeah, like you said, just being proactive, watching what you can do is fine. The tricky thing though, like you said, with D.Va, you can be pretty much everywhere. Your uptime is pretty good on that character. You can just fly in, fly out. So that's the challenging stuff. The basic rule is you want to go after active stuff, just where the activity most important stuff you need to disable, you need to be there is the deal. That's how you can put it. So if there's important position I want to deal with, the most threatening stuff I'm dealing with, yeah, that's what I mean by active is the danger, yeah, because they need to absorb pressure, you need to push them away, you need to be there, that's it. So we can simplify it to that, to be honest, most of the time. That's where you want to be, because
yeah.
there are multiple things you gotta choose from. Maybe Trace on my backline, Doomfist on the backline, but maybe there's also someone else you can go for, and just who is even more dangerous you can go for. You can do that in this case. And obviously, as an exception rule, we can always go after somebody what's killable too. That's completely fine. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we can look through the lens of that a little bit, and should be fine. We can watch this game a little bit more, and like you said, we could do a live game after if that's fine. Is
Yeah,
it?
that works.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it this way then. Okay, we started out defense, D.Va. You guys running this comp here. Well, overall, it's gonna be most important for you to try to sync pressure with your tracer. Maybe you can look for the dive around the nades too. There's something you can think about. Maybe the basic kind of macro stuff whenever you play together with
Hmm.
the team. Regardless of the comp, always just figure out what are the big resources you play around, so it makes it easy
Yeah.
for you to pressure and everything. Yeah. Okay. Starting here, the corner. Going in there, that's okay-ish. We fly out and see how that plays out. Okay, dealing with that. Okay, guess able to roll them a little bit here. Not doing, they're not doing too good there, it seems. Well, okay. Do you remember at any point where you struggled a little bit more?
I was gonna say, I'm thinking about this game. I don't think we actually struggled on this one. I think we lost
Yeah,
one fight and then full held them right at the the second corner.
yeah.
It might have even been the first corner. I mean, I think I killed 3 of them with a random bomb at one point. So maybe
Okay.
we just do live play. Like, this is,
Okay.
I think we did roll this team.
Yeah, it seems.
Yeah, like the adventure's like out of position. The Mercy's getting free farmed. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm
It's
not trying to
fine.
like gloat. Yeah, I do think I
Hmm.
think D.Va. I like D.Va because I find her to be a character that I feel, to your point, has a very high uptime. I feel very involved in the game, and I do feel like I have a very high carry potential on her.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of similar to Ana, like, like some tanks. I mean, I would argue that tanking in general is a role you can carry on solo, but
Yes.
Diva definitely feels like a character that's like when played well, DM is such an oppressive ability that, like, like you were saying, that the Doom or the Tracer, like, you can peel that, or like in my mind I go to, like, they're probably running Ana with that comp.
Oh,
Go for the Ana and DM her
sorry.
shots, right? Like,
Give me one moment. I think there's a delivery guy calling me. I just one
oh yeah, no
second.
worries.
I will answer and I will be back. Just 1 second.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I have that problem a lot with where I live. Um, yeah, I guess like my why I like Diva is like there are so many ways of like adding value, and the uptime is so high, and
Mhm.
she can be such an oppressive hero that like I don't know. The carry often like I mean, it's similar to Winston. I mean, I'll have games with this team where like I do feel like I solo carried even though I have a 5 stack or something. Like I went like 54 and 2 on Gibraltar as Winston the other day with
Oh,
like a
that's crazy.
trio. And it's like, and it's just like those when you play like a Winston or a Diva well, it's such an oppressive hero. And that's playing Winston without even knowing how to juggle on his ult, right? Like that's just like getting straight up value out of the hero. Um and I don't know, it's like Wrecking Ball with the mobility where you can be all places at all times, it feels like, but they have a much easier kit to peel with, and it feels
Mhm.
more intuitive to play with your team, and your team seems to know how to play with you more. At least in my experience. Like I have played Wrecking Ball with this group, and we do typically do pretty well. But the other problem with Wrecking Ball is like people will immediately counter a Wrecking Ball, but they won't immediately counter a Diva or a Winston the same way.
Yeah, that makes sense definitely. And with the ball, you find yourself flanking a lot, like we discussed before. Your team gotta know how to capitalize on it for sure. If you play with a group, just telling them that okay, I will look for the dive, I will go from the back, and then you guys can go, you guys can take space, stuff like that. Is just so important to keep it in mind. But yeah, okay. I think we can do live session then. And well, do you have any questions regarding your team in general there, like the team stuff? You mentioned that you wanted some
No, I
clarity on
think
that.
I'm gonna do the spreadsheet though and kind of solicit everyone's like, these are the characters I like to play. This is when I like to play them. These are like the types of things that I like. Just kind of get an idea of where everyone is.
Of course.
So that I can like actually use that and kind of help shape. Because I know, like in that Shambali map, both of them like to play Mercy. Um, I mean, they do flex to like Kiriana Juno individually as well, but both of them are Mercy Wains for the most part, or Life Weaver. Um, so it's knowing that like, okay, I have two people who like to play Mercy on one team, like how can we make it so that it's not always the same person playing Mercy, or we don't always have a Mercy, because sometimes Mercy is
Oh
like
yeah.
objectively not a good pick. Um, and that's fine. I mean, we've actually been banning Mercy a lot. Mercy and Moira is like who, and you like snipe them from the enemy team. It's so satisfying. But anyway, so I think from the team perspective, I'm just gonna start by collecting some information.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Um,
start for sure. Hmm.
I just haven't really thought of doing that before. We've been climbing naturally without putting a ton of effort in, or any effort, I would say. Like, we don't really analyze our gameplay either. Like, we don't watch matches that we lost or that were close or anything and like look at what we could have done better. That's something that we've been doing recently where I'm like, like we'll lose a fight or we'll lose a game because of like one fight or whatever, and I'm like, well, let's VOD review it and see what happened. Like, no one's to blame, but let's make sure we don't like lose these winnable games again.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think it's a good start. If you have regular what reviews, collect information. I think it's so important to just have the clarity, just what the goals are, so everyone's on the same page, so no one's frustrated and stuff. It's been always, especially with the team sessions with the scrims overall. Some people have conflicting goals, so it's difficult to keep everyone on the same page. But it's good if everyone's able to communicate the goals and you have time for it, and then we're able to come up with solutions instead of just I don't know, blaming somebody, maybe not talking,
Mhm.
yeah, like being silent, all of that. It's been communication is always a priority, making sure everyone's on the same page ultimately. And it's can be with the in-game goals, and it can also be with how you practice, with how you maybe do the compositions. Yeah, just being on the same page regarding the planning, for example. All of that is so important. Okay, let's see. What do we
Actually,
got?
I'm not gonna ban Sombra. I'm gonna ban. I don't know. I will always ban one from each category. See, we should have banned. Why did we ban Roadhog?
Well, it seems there are more
Whatever.
hog players at the moment, though. But yeah, well. Okay, let's see. What do we got?
Moira Lucio. Okay, I like the Genji.
Yep.
I'm iffy on the Moira.
Yep. Well, it's kind of one of this, what do we call it, the talent dive before. It's just hard commit, go in, more is
Yeah.
sustain and everything. Lucio is really good with this comp too. Cass is a little bit off, but other than that is okay. Just,
Yeah.
try to sync with your Genji for the most part is gonna be most important, I think. But yeah, let's just keep in mind what we talked about before. Let's make sure your attention is on the most active angles, and you're just going after them. You see who is taking off angles on the enemy team, who is doing the most pressure, and you're gonna be good most of the time. Okay. It's just one of the easiest ways of carrying with D-Way. You deal with off angles, to deal with isolated people too. Any good.
Yeah, it's like I tried to go for that Cassidy because he was one.
That was good. That was good. That was good. Exactly. And it was taking a passive angle too.
No more.
Yeah, careful with the just frontline pressure. Yeah, just you cannot eat a lot of damage. So yeah, be careful.
Yeah.
Overall, it's just angles, angles,
Oh, they
angles.
have a Doom now.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Just watch if anyone taking angle is the first priority, probably the most aggressive person. If not, kind of put up the pressure. You can fake it, go in, go out. That's fine. Yeah. It's okay. It's not much happening right now, so it's okay. You keep those guys busy.
Yeah, I don't really feel the need to engage here because, like, I don't know if they're just gonna sit at this door. I'm kind of fine with that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't punish anyone afterwards, though. Like, this guy goes in, you can punish. I'll watch the follow-up later on as well.
Okay, no one came with me. We just get out. We're all dead.
Yeah. You can sublize at this point. It's gonna be fine. All right. Overall, you can watch for the Cass, Ana, maybe Doomfist sometimes. Just deal with this angles, will be alright. It's good to take off angle yourself too, nice. Frey is a good target to deal with. Yeah, I wanna say any of their backline members, anyone taking off angle, they can do that, so. Yeah, that was good engage from the side there. Yeah, can get the Cass too, nice. Can get the frame maybe later. Oh well. Okay.
I mean that's the thing about like taking the off angles that I find is like it's just putting yourself in the position to have the opportunity to see the Freya at 1 HP, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like if I don't go left there, I don't kill them.
Yeah. You just need to set up for fighting them as well. So that is good. You don't have to stay with your team or anything. You can just go on your own off angles. With D.Va, because you have so much mobility, you can do that. It's just not as flanky compared to Ball, that's all. With the Ball, you set up on the flank. With the D.Va, it's kind of 90 angles in a way. Your team's main, you kind of go left, a little bit to right, and you're gonna be fine most of the time. Oh, I guess doing pretty good. I think you should be fine for this fight too. You forced out the Lamb, the Doomfist is low. Just watch who is taking off angle on their team too. You can disable that. Anyone on top, anyone on separate, isolated. That's unfortunate timing. D.Va Nano Boost. Yeah, that's good stuff. Deal with Tracer, deal with the Cass. Care when you end up in the middle though, yeah. This window is not gonna do much. Unless... Okay.
It's bad for me. Oh no, I flew into it.
You might be able to stabilize, to be honest. You guys have an advantage right now. If you can stabilize, it's fine. Usually with the baby D.Va, it's okay if you crouch. Just don't jump, kind of try to dodge the bullets by crouching. Yeah, it's just when they are putting like the Doomfist shots, or let's say Cass is shooting you, do the crouch, and you find
just crouch spam it.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, you'll be okay. It definitely feels that your team is stronger for now compared to those guys. Oh, good. You forced out the lamp. You just need to make sure you live. Yeah, like any big resources you force is always a big win. Okay, maybe Doomfist can die. Isolated. Okay, next isolated target, off angle. Alright, good stuff. Once captured, next time you can look for the bomb probably.
Yeah, see if we can get the 3K again.
Yeah, you might be able to. I think it's tough because of the drone, because they have some ability, but if you force them in unfavorable positions, that's good enough. If you force them to move away where your team can push them, or maybe force big abilities, that's good enough, honestly.
Yeah, I usually use it as almost like Hanzo's ult before it got buffed, which is like very positional.
Yeah.
Or a second life.
Yeah, positional is good. Second life is fine if you play with, with or against the dive, depending on situation. It's like any mobile comps, usually second life is fine because a bomb gets less value against mobile characters because they can just hide from you. In this case, they have some stationary characters, so just sewing in the bomb is not bad for sure.
Yeah.
Be careful. Play around the armor and the sightlines. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Just to stabilize. Just careful. Your armor should be traded around where most of your team is, or if you're trying to get a kill on isolated target. So
yeah, I think I give away my armor and my DM too freely often. I do feel like I waste my DM.
Yeah, you guys need to stabilize at this point. It's okay.
Yeah. One fight on this point.
Yeah. That's okay. You can kind of see if you can deal with their backline afterwards. It will be fine. Just try to set up for it.
We need to take an angle, I think. Alright, we just lose that point.
Yeah. Just keep that in mind. Try to set up to fight their backline. You will be fine. If the Doomfist will come to peel for you, that's what you want. You kind of make them move away from
the Doom. Yeah, make the Doom come to me.
Yeah, exactly. If they
I guess that makes sense, right? Like, fight on my terms, not on theirs.
Yeah, exactly. If they don't come to you, then this is the matter of the skill. Who trades the backline better at this point? So it's okay. Yeah. Watching the backline. Trade your armor. Yeah, like, see, you force the Doomfist to come, fine. Later on, you can do the same stuff. Just play around.
Yeah, and my cast gets the tracer there.
Yeah. Nice, good, good, good. This is huge. You force out the drone. Huge blade there. Okay. It'll be fine. You can get the cast. Maybe not, because of the Doomfist skill at Genji. Okay, well, that's been pretty close regardless. You can maybe try to survive at this point. Mm-hmm. It's okay, it's okay. Okay, you can get back in the fight soon. Maybe see bomb while you... Okay, force out the drone. Okay, keep fighting the back. Keep fighting the back. Ignore the Doom. Yeah. Like, this is easy target for sure. Oh, Diana was pretty low. Okay, Hannah is dead.
Well, this cast is absolute.
It's
Do you
pretty
just kill
close.
everyone?
Try to go on the sides like you did before first. Instead of maybe flying forward, maybe see what are the options. Left, right, set up first.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can engage later. It's okay to like go to the squishies, right? But just make sure you set up first.
Just
And go to the
that.
sides. Yeah. If you're able to come from the side, always better for you.
He dies. There.
Okay, just follow this plan of set up first, fight second. Always, find the options to go on the sides. Yeah, it'll be okay. Nice, we go forest. Okay, that's a good one kill. You guys need to again stabilize at this point, it seems. Maybe you can search isolated targets still, but
Yeah, like this Ana.
yeah. It's like the only thing you can do. If you're at big disadvantage, you just kind of search for them, and it will be fine. They're pretty good other than that, I think. Most of the time, with the quality of the pressure is fine. Just make sure you keep the setup, you can turn this around. Set up first, and then fight their back after. Your team goes main, go left, go right, find the options. This map is new too, so yeah, it's... Yeah, like, this is fine. Like, you force this guy to go on you, and then you set up on the back line. Yeah, always better. Just... It's a like too hard commit, but yeah. With the position, that's what you want to do, overall.
Yeah, I over-engaged there.
That's okay. It's kind of, you did the good setup, and then after that, you want to plan out, so you trade your armor good enough. Like we did with Ryan, or like we did with the
Yeah,
bow. Yeah, shields, all of that. But there was a good setup, though. Okay.
I mean, I think we just get back.
Yeah, so we'll have opportunity to try to touch, but yeah.
Kiriko's dead. It's over.
Yeah, it might be difficult at this point. Huge blade. Oh, they actually killed the gas. Oh, they killed the gas. Who knows? Maybe you guys. Yeah. Afterwards, you might turn this around. Yeah.
We have mail.
Now
almost.
we give up. Yeah. Who knows? Okay, let's see.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Chimp kind of sold that.
Okay. I think we did fine overall. I think just do more of the things you done on the second point with the setup on the sides. It will be fine, honestly. And I'll play around the armor more, kind of not full N, yeah, but more like judge how much armor you have, and then try to get out if you don't have one. You know, you can also watch when you engage. how close to the corner you are. Sometimes it feels that maybe because you're out in the open, that's why you might lose the armor too. So keep that in mind.
Myself more options.
Yeah, just kind of go. When you engage, consider it's not just the target itself, it's kind of the target and the closest corner you can get while fighting that target, so you're not fighting everybody, if that makes sense. You kind of trying to make sure that this way you trade the armor more effectively. Okay. Other than that, it's fine. I like the ability usage. There's a lot of good stuff. The uptime in general is good. But, yeah, just try to do the setup and play around the armor more. Maybe starting with corners.
I don't think about corners as much, but
Yeah.
I do think about high ground a lot on Diva.
Yeah.
And like denying high ground.
Yeah.
But I don't often think about taking corners that way.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it like on any other character, Ryan, anyone else. Honestly, on Diva, I think it's even more important because you have less defensive compared to stuff like the characters like Reinhardt and maybe Sig. Yeah, you just don't have too much sustain, so it's good if you fly towards the corner more. You kind of go in on somebody, yeah, instead of like ending up on the main street and kind of going straight line. You fly in, you turn a little bit left, a little bit right. If they're going on the left, I turn left. Go to the corner. You minimize the pressure from the enemy this way. It makes it so much easier. Yeah. That's fine though. Let's see. You're really good on any high ground maps. Like you said, it's good if you deny the high ground overall. Okay. Yeah, and just in general, if you watch, okay, my armor's gone, trying to get out is fine. Yeah, and you getting out not only with the boosters, but if you had this corner in mind, then it makes it easier for you to stabilize too. You flew in, okay, you can stabilize around the corner, get my booster back, just in case. Yeah, if you don't have
like
any...
flying to like here instead of here, right?
Yeah, exactly. You kind of fly towards the corner. Maybe, who knows, you will be able to maintain the corner too, because your team will heal you. If not, then you can booster back again. But it's always good to kind of, with the characters like this, go from corner to corner, corner to corner. Yeah, okay. Yeah, done pretty good dealing with angles too, so it's fine. Yeah, most likely expect the enemies to either contest this middle high ground or this top right. Yeah. Watch who is gonna take angles too. You can deny them pretty easily. Like, anyone is above the buildings and such. Yeah, maybe this is also fine. This guy looked for an off angle. Oh, this is a great target for you. This guy is really, really far. Okay, corners though, watch out for that when you fly in.
Yeah, that was... I got stuck.
Slow, a little bit too much pressure on us.
Yeah. I tried to boop the hog out and got stuck on that corner. That's my bad.
That's fine, that happens. That's really good though, when you look to boop the enemy in. I think it's so undervalued sometimes.
I've been thinking about turning my sensitivity on Diva up.
If you want
to like make it easier to navigate those corner moves.
Yeah, you can try. You can try. If it helps, if it's not gonna show off your aim too much too, why not? Okay. So watch the angles too. Like, anyone's above, yeah, like I said, yeah, it's good. Also, high ground is the corner in a way. You can always peek from the high ground like you do with normal corners. That's fine.
Can you not body block me?
Yeah, they try to. You still. Oh, that's you just try to farm. Try to farm. Yeah, they have ultimates there, so it's a little bit tough. It's okay. You guys can stop them on second point. Just contest high ground first, like you did, and then after that you can set up your own pressure too. Just keep the corners. Yeah, deal with high ground, keep the corners. You're good. Probably deny Hanzo, deny Genji. Afterwards will be okay. Actually, even Lucio can take... Yeah, I just wanted to say Lucio can also take those. So, you can deny them. Yeah, they're all on top. Oh, it's rarely seen at this rank that everybody's on top.
He just gets immediately hooked.
Yeah, can't do much. You can maybe like try the Matrix, but yeah. Isolated target's always nice to deal with. Alright, now it's your turn. You guys got an ultimate? Oh. Yeah, oh yeah. You have ultimates. Now it's your turn to stop the card. You still have time. You stay there. They had that ult economy now, but it's your time to make the turn. When you got those. Only 7%. Yeah, this is the time. This is the time. You can definitely stop the point on second. Yep. You have a lot of ultimates there. Okay. Yeah, good. Delta is isolated. Watch anyone isolated later again. Genji, Lucio. If you can, Genji, Lucio first. Genji, Lucio first. Easier to kill. General. Okay. It's a good stall overall. Oh, I actually forced out the Genji out. Alright, alright. We'll try for the third point. On third point?
Like the hog is just hooking people left and right.
Yeah, you can try to deny that. It's just kind of tricky. You gotta set up on the angle, and then when they hook, you just matters towards them. You can negate the damage. This is a little bit too tiny corner. Yeah, like this is better. Okay. Yeah, okay, but try out for an off angle, and then you set up your pressure. Yeah, exactly. Like, go for the isolated. At least trying to... There's a freeze, actually. You can maybe try to see if anyone's frozen. Yeah, it seems like
I think she got killed too fast.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, it didn't get off, actually. The enemy team is doing pretty good, but you guys can still stop them. That's fine. Oh, okay. Actually, it turned around the tempo now. You just need to farm him back. Oh. With the D.Va, it's kind of okay. If you notice out on Mac, you just keep it distant, just shoot in the general direction, you're good. You just kind of farm off something on the front line. Just don't bother with the angles. Just farm off the tanks. You're gonna be fine. Okay, angles first, yeah, or isolated targets. Yeah, like, watch the Genjis, watch the Hanzos, yeah. Like, all of that stuff. Yeah. This is good, this is good. Just to make sure you kill them, and... Okay. Nice, okay.
Winnable.
Watch where your team's fighting, so you set up, remember? Off angle. By the way, this breach is not bad. Like, this is literally your off angle, right? And you can deny the angles too. If not, if they're pushing you hard, then you can reset up. Yeah, you just be, get away. If they, the Hawk can't do much by hooking you. If you have armor, you can die. So it's fine. Watch the next off angle, maybe right side or something. Yeah. Maybe deal with it. Hanzo too. Their backline. Oh, somebody frozen? Maybe? No?
She got pulled out.
Huge mech? Okay. Hanzo or... Hanzo is usually easier, more stationary. Lucio is like more slimy. They just can get away faster. If you have the opportunity to fight more stationary targets, usually choosing those.
Yeah, lower mobility.
Yeah. Okay, set up again. If your team most likely, they will try to push a little bit. It's fine. You start here, you're not kind of this frontline tank in a way, so it's fine. If they push you out of here, you go back to the next angle again. Yeah. That's fine, kind of keep up the uptime. Oh, careful, armor. Yeah, okay. We don't have armor, you go get back, yeah. Now you deal with the left angle, most likely. Because the Hanzo might come in, or maybe Genji. Yeah, well... Hulk can also do that, but... That's only their option. They really need to fish for the hook. But they can angle somewhere. Matrix, yes, good. Yeah, huge freeze. Okay, you won this. Okay, managed to stop them in third, that's fine. They had extra tempo, but he can also do the same. He can try to have the tempo first fights, maybe you quickly snowball towards the second point, and do the same thing. If not, it's fine too. Just keep up the angles, take those like you did, try to maintain there, and then manage your armor, you're fine. That was definitely better on the second, third point. Just manage to do that, you'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah, one thing I've gotten from other games when I used to play a lot of Dota. If you're familiar, and like my coach always told me that I was very like high risk, high reward, and I need to be more like medium risk, medium reward.
Yeah, finding the balance, right? That's right.
You know, like I'm definitely one to be like a playmaker and like kind of troll, but it's not that I'm trying to troll, it's just I'm like, yeah, I don't know, like, you know, big risk, big reward, right?
I think it's fine to phrase it this way, but it just might be maybe finding ways to also solve the safety factors too. Like we talked about the armor management. Yeah, I can go a high risk, high reward, but what about managing my armor? I can maintain the positions this way, so I'll receive less pressure. Maybe I also take better position. I choose better targets, all of that. Yeah, so it's kind of proactive play, but at the same time, I'm surviving. This is important.
I much prefer the Ramatra, actually.
Okay. You know, most of the time, I think just go on the hard angles, like high gun, top left or something. You start there, you push anybody off here, and then after that, you can go around them. It's fine. You don't fight back to front with the Ramantora, so...
How did my far die to a...
You need to somehow think who do you pressure later on. You need to establish pressure on someone. So think who you can go for later. Because if not, then you kind of just
going on the life. My plan is to go for the Life Weaver when we get stable.
Yeah, you can try this out. Maybe you can even think about different angles too. If let's say this position is not allowing you to, then you can choose any other angles. Yeah, this is great. This is great right there. Okay, you cut him, you force the Matter to push you. Now your team can maybe take more space and see what it does. It gets a kill. But this cast, well, it got killed, but it's fine. Yeah, it can. It's fine to get trades. Yeah, do the same. Search for off angles and set up the pressure. Yeah. And you need to find someone to go for, like their backline guys. This poor guy. Okay, what's next?
Genji, where you want?
This high gun is also pretty decent, and all like Anna in the back. Perfect. Okay, now next backline. Yeah. The Ram is the last target for you, really. You kind of just search for the backline and play around armor. Yeah, backline still, honestly, but just make sure you kind of maybe do something with the, bomb. Yeah, close. It's fine. That's how better. You keep up the pressure on the back. The Ram dies last. We can't out pressure him when you right in front of this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, when you go off to the backline, watch the corners you're gonna go towards too, so you know how to.
That's okay. Yeah, like take a better angle.
Yeah, exactly. You see, if they redefine, you can reset up. You can even go top left, yeah, and then oh well, it's a little bit difficult if you yeah. You can maybe make it different rotations too, like with the ball. Okay, you're getting healed. Okay, nice. Like for example here, this here is really good space to rotate to. Usually, you can maybe go through here this window and go left HP back, for example. Once you get your mech. Okay. Nice. Yeah, you can literally go to the top left now. It's fine. No, like, okay, rotation first. Okay, rotation done, and then you fight. Yeah, because you're closer. You need to set up first. Nice, good stuff. Okay. That's fine. We're just taking advantage of that whatsoever. Oh, angle. Ooh. Angles first, angles first. Now see who is closer. Oh, nice block. Okay, it's gonna be last fight. You need to either die or, yeah. Just make sure you die quickly, okay? You still have time to touch. Well, we don't have fast character though, so this might be tough to be honest right now. Yeah, well, the far could try, but a little bit tough.
As no one's gonna touch.
That's okay. That's okay. I think those games is good to just kind of use this as a what we went over. Yeah, like all these concepts. Try to practice those later. It's gonna be fine, to be honest. I think we done good with a lot of stuff, but at the same time, if you practice those details we talked about, it's gonna be even better.
Yeah.
To be honest, with yeah. So to just showcase. Oh, can you send me this one? So we're just gonna quickly summarize, and then yeah. Can you send me the last game? So I'll show you a few things, and then it will be fine, I think. Okay, screen share.
Atlas game was annoying to lose.
Yeah, that's understandable. I think that's a little bit unfortunate. If you're able to set up the tempo, I think it just works so well as well. Maybe the small thing, it's just something you can take away from the bowl gameplay as well. With how flanky you've been, you can also do that sometimes if you know that, okay, my positions are not allowing me to fight the backline easy. Yeah, like I cannot find isolated or deal with off angles whatsoever. Creative rotations like this, example, I can go from here to here and set up on their backline, which is here. This is fine. You don't have to kind of remain those positions here like you would do on the Sigma, for example. On Sig, I can shoot this backline. Diva, you're kind of useless at this range, so it will be...
Yeah, you gotta be much closer.
Yeah, you can maybe deny... Like, there was really good deny on the right side. If anybody gets close, maybe they will try to actually take top here. That is good. That's what usually people do.
I was trying to let the payload move because, like, in this elo, no one's gonna move unless the payload's there. Like, people don't play aggressive. They don't understand how to take space and like hold it. And like the cart will move, right? Like the Ana can heal from range. But it's like when I tried to just fly to that window, I like neither of my healers were in a position to look at me there because I think the cart was still around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to set up too early there for sure. You kind of want to take your time, yeah. And to be honest, with all of this, so your team is able to heal. You can treat it like Tracer in a way sometimes. So like Bull, yeah, you kind of go in, and then you make those guys look at you, and then you kind of don't do anything there. You just exist, and then they try to look at you, and then later on, once your team is here, they peek in, and then it just ends up so well. I think there was a good example when your Cassidy has got a kill. But see, like, the fundamental thing is basically watch where... your team is able to do pressure and set up to be able to do your own pressure. For example, my Bab is here, Anna is here. They're able to pressure here, and the Cassidy is also pressuring here, but you're not able to because of the position where you're at. So you can always think, okay, I can try to reset up. Even this is okay-ish, in a way, because you can find your own isolated target, or I don't know, maybe you can fight angles like this Cassidy. Yeah, help your Cassidy fight this Cassidy. Maybe boop them, watch the corners. It's fine. It's just one of
Mhm.
the options, something like that. It's just like similar to the ball in a way. Because yeah, when it exists here, it's just not maybe pulling too much attention. But I will show you. I think the next time when we did that, yeah, it was really good deny there. By the way, on the angle, yeah, it was really decent. By the way, see, it forces this guy to push forward. This guy pushes forward. My cast gets value. Yeah, right there, he dies, but it's fine. It's still
It's a
better
worthy
trade.
trade.
Yeah, you also have better spawn too. So, this is what it opens up. If you deal with angles like this, it's fine. And now it probably can search for the opportunity. Like rotations like this, I kind of go from corner to corner. Maybe you can also put it this way, so you avoid open space when flying in. It's kind of same with the ball. Remember, if with the ball you go in from here to here on their backline, right? It's a little bit too predictable. They kind of notice you as well. Yeah, maybe sleep you, maybe take a lot of damage. So you can treat it the same way. Kind of set up, be more sneaky, avoid open space, go, like we said, maybe here, and
Yeah,
then
tighter routes.
yeah, and then afterwards you kind of, okay, maybe I deal with this Slaffy, or maybe I deal with somebody else, and you find, yeah, all of that stuff. And it was good to not in the cast though. I think he was isolated, but yeah, you also always increasing the options by setting up before in the fight too. A little bit unfortunate afterwards. You guys been not able to manage that. To be honest, I think you did pretty. Yeah, you did pretty good at that at some point there. There's some small
I think they just
readjustments.
lost to the Ramatra.
Yeah, you kind of did decent afterwards. There's some small things as well, like with the maybe ultimate, or just maybe just playing around certain abilities, this sort of stuff. But yeah, like this was always better compared to fighting front to front. Like you set up, you fight, yeah, then you kind of trying to make sure you pull the attention towards you. Maybe using ultimate early is not a bad decision. I think they have more stationary comm. That's all what I wanted to say. It's fine if you kind of spook them a little. Let's say something happens. Okay, they do a lot of the stuff towards your team. You think, okay, let me see. So, yeah, what
Yeah,
else, man?
almost bomb. Yeah, like push the Life Weaver out of line of sight of the Ramatra almost or something.
Yeah, exactly. You just force them to move away in unfavorable spots, and then after that, your team can kill that, and maybe you can kill that as well. That's fine. Stuff like that. Second, well, first point was unfortunate with just the corners was where we ended up. After that, they've been able to get the tempo. We did really good stalling. Second point, I think overall, that's not much you can do besides just maybe some small things like Matrix, watch out the hook. Yeah, you can maybe try to matrix that, but we did pretty good overall with that stuff, I think. And it was good stall too. Just always watch. It's just always the game of what is more important for me to pressure. Like, for example, here, yeah, this is big activity, like this Genji or Lucio compared to the Hawk, for example. Just keep that in mind. It's always
Hmm.
something you can always boop and mess up too. Yeah, I can kind of go use my shift, and this guy is gonna be booped because you go after activity, what does damage. It's just so huge. Yeah, deal with sort of off angle in a way always. Yeah,
Hmm.
like this guy is taking off angle. It's more important. Well, this Lucio is more important compared to Hog in a way. It can also, and this is what's hard about Diva, you can also shield this too. Yeah, you can kind of go after the Genji, but the good Divas, they also turn around at the right time and also Maddox that Hawk too. But it's hard, it's pretty tough too, but you can develop that skill as well. It can kind of be everywhere almost. Really annoying if you play that character pretty well, honestly. Yeah. For the most part, that's been what I wanted to say. Do you have any questions about anything, maybe? About what we mentioned today?
No, I think it all makes sense, honestly. It's kind of just like combining some of the meta gameplay concepts from other characters I've played and other things we've talked about.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then let's just try to summarize, maybe in a digestible way, what we went over with you. What do you think you're gonna work on based on this? session today?
Trading armor smarter, not trading the front line, and holding tighter angles,
Mm-hmm.
or holding corners better, or thinking about angles better, and like pathing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's gonna be yeah, pathing, avoid open space. I will put it this way. It's gonna be really important. With flying in, yeah, just go towards the corners. When engaging, go from corner to corner. And you have two options, really. In terms of your activity, it's always a deal with off angles, or maybe just find what's killable. Any isolated target's gonna be more killable, so you can go after those guys a little bit more. Will be okay. For the most part, that's it. I think. Just always remember, you kind of set up. You set up first. Yeah, you're watching to be proactive with your position, like we talked a lot about on the other characters too. Yeah, you make things happen, so they maybe go to you. Maybe this way, your team gets more space. Is always gonna be fine. This way, yeah. Start with the position, and then after that, you can decide. It's been always nice. I think there was pretty winnable first game too. I think just some small things. If you're able to adjust in the long term, the practice what we mentioned today, I think can work pretty good. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I think they were both winnable games. Yeah. The first one was a little frustrating. I don't like the 9 and 12 May, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like that. So
Yeah.
I like part of it is I will take responsibility as the tank for like not creating space in a way that allows them to capitalize on it and secure
Mhm.
kills, but I do also feel like dying 12 times is like
Yeah.
that's on you, right? Like there's a couple of deaths that you get for like healer error or tank misplacement, but like when
Yeah.
you're in like the double digit deaths and no one else is close
Mhm.
to you, like you got some other stuff going on, my guy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. There are always two parts. It's just what we can do and what our team is doing. So, yeah, definitely. There are some games where it's gonna be like that. You try and you bust, even playing perfectly, and then you still lose because those guys are just not doing really well. Maybe sometimes so worse. Yeah, they're so into it. Just the game sometimes even tests you. You're seeing, okay, what are you gonna do after that? Yeah, how it's gonna influence your performance. A lot of people they get frustrated, right? Sometimes, and then their performance is not on point in those next winnable games if they would remain playing on the same skill level as they did before. And yeah, that's also the part of the game for sure. I definitely get that too. It's always that's why
Yeah.
it's on average 65% win rate. 60-65 is always fine, to be honest. On average is
Yeah.
gonna be good. We're definitely not gonna win those other games sometimes. It's alright.
Sometimes they're just unwinnable.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. There's something to keep in mind, and it's just a matter of what we're gonna do with our mentality, like just how we're gonna interpret that. Yeah, we're gonna just tilt, maybe it not play our best later on, or do we take a break? Yeah, maybe you can somehow remain the mindset this way, so you able to play even better, just on the same level as you did before. Who knows? Yeah, all of that is important for sure. And so, competitive games like this is sometimes might be tough.
Yeah, that's why I like playing with at least three people, like one of each role. Um,
Hmm.
is at least I feel like I have one person in each category that's doing like the best of their ability. Um, I don't know. I don't really have a problem with getting tilted. But usually after a game where I'm like, I think I was 20 and 2 and that guy was like 9 and 12 or something, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
That's
like
fine.
I'm gonna take like a 5 minute break and just like not look at this for a minute and then come back to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's completely fine. That's good. If you do something else just outside of your PC, I think always fine. Always good. It refreshes your mental as well. Okay. Do you have any final questions for today? I think we went over everything was summarized. Yeah, so it's fine. Yeah. Any final questions?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. If there gonna be any questions later, let me know. And yeah,